Hello everybody, I am Jedi Jack Penguin and welcome back to another LEGO Star Wars review. So today we're going to be looking at set number 75325, The Mandalorian's N-1 Starfighter. This set includes 412 pieces retailing for $59.99 when it releases on June 1st of 2022. Now, I tried to buy this early at my local Best Buy, but unfortunately they didn't let me out, so I had to actually get this on release day at the LEGO store. I know, such a terrible thing. Anyways, this set released on June 1st, which is something that is quite unheard of nowadays when it comes to the LEGO Star Wars theme. We're very used to these actually releasing in August, so I'm really happy that we got something, or at least anything, to please us North Americans who have to wait for pretty much everything else in the world. Looking at the box art, you get that dark green stripe and your Boba Fett and Fennec Shan down at the bottom, because this is a Book of Boba Fett set, even though it is based on the Mandalorian story arc in that show, which is just kind of confusing, but of course they had to make this eventually. You're gonna see this pop up, I believe, in the 3rd season. Really nice box art with Tatooine in the background. You get your minifigures at the bottom, and again, really nice that we have that dark green stripe to tell that this is a Book of Boba Fett set, because they aren't really doing that very well with some other sets, but I mean, anyways, they did a nice job here. From the back, we get your push tabs. As this being a $60 set, you gotta have push tabs, and you get a look at the vehicle from the backside with your characters interacting. Looking at the box contents, they only give you 2 bags, bag number 1 featuring 2 bags, and then you have your stickers and your instruction manual. Fortunately, the sticker sheet only has 3 stickers, as opposed to many these days that feature so many. And then the big problem for the future of LEGO has to come in the form of the instruction manuals, where you're gonna start seeing this design pop up in every single theme. You know, the only difference will of course be that we get a different logo at the top, and that we get a different background color behind the render of the vehicle. Yeah, this is just really ugly compared to our box art for this set, which is actually really nice. This is really what we should be seeing on the front of the instructions, not this, even though LEGO says that this is supposed to bring more of a continuity feeling when opening the box, which I don't really see that at the moment. Maybe in a year they'll get there, because I'm pretty sure they're supposed to be switching to paper bags, which will feature this design that you see up here. But right now, this just really bothers me, and it's definitely a lot more annoying than the plain black box art for 18+ sets, so I just had to talk about this being just, why change something if there's nothing wrong with it? You're gonna see from the back that we get that same continuity feel. You get your piece count for 2 pages for this set, leading to an advertisement featuring some of the other Mando Book of Boba Fett sets, which I have a review up for the Slave 1. This set I don't really plan on getting. And then of course your final overall model for this particular set. To start off our minifigure selection, first we have Mando the Mandalorian, who is exclusive only because at long last can you remove his helmet and find a facial expression. Now, the only downside here is that we don't get a hairpiece to go along with it, which really bothers me that the designers couldn't just do that for us, but here we go. We have a brand new facial expression representing the Mandalorian. He doesn't normally take off his helmet, so this is really nice to finally get, and it's also really great to see that LEGO is getting more diverse with their minifigures by actually giving us a different flesh tone color, which you can see when I bring Pelimoto over here, that we have a bit of a darker flesh tone being used for the Mandalorian. Again, I believe this is the first time that we're actually getting this color for a facial expression, kind of like in the Harry Potter trunk set, that we're getting all these different facial expression colors. Hopefully at some point we'll get hand and arm pieces and so on and so forth in these different colors. But spinning around the Mandalorian, we have a jetpack from the very back, which is nothing special. We've seen this piece before. We also have one other accessory of the Darksaber, which isn't made in any special way. You just get the black stick piece and the regular lightsaber handle piece. Also, just like previous renditions of Mando, we get really nice shiny arm printing, torso, and leg printing for this figure that I just think is amazing that LEGO keeps bringing this out in all of the Mandalorian sets. Definitely a standout figure with all of these prints. And we also get a print from the very back, which I'll remove the jetpack just because you also have to remove it when you place him in the cockpit. Just to get all of our tall characters out of the way, next, for the very first time in LEGO form, we have Pelimoto, who comes with two brand new prints there for both the torso and the facial expression. She comes with one accessory being this wrench piece in that silvery color. She also happens to get another new recolor for her minifigure, being this belt piece introduced in the LEGO Batman movie for the very first time in that dark brown. That's a pretty nice piece to get. We also get a new recolor for that hair piece in the dark brown as well. I'm going to spin her around. I'll remove her hair piece so you can take a better look at the back printing. And we also, again, get a double-sided facial expression, unlike Mando, though, which would have been nice to see, though he doesn't come with a hair piece, unfortunately. And we can spin that right around and toss on the hair piece so you can take a better look at the other open-mouth smile with the hair. To go along with Mando, of course, you gotta get Baby Yoda or Grogu in this set. This should be the same exact one that we've been getting since 2020. You'll be able to get them in a few other various sets. Get the regular build-up with the baby body with the print from the front and the green hands. And you also get that special head mold, which you can see fits on the little pin piece down there. And another really exciting inclusion for this set for the very first time is this BD droid, which we're also going to get a recolor of within another set later on in the summer for BD-1, a droid from Jedi Fallen Order. This mold was definitely made for that other set, and I'm really excited to see if we get any other Jedi Fallen Order sets, because I know a lot of people are really interested in seeing that because we didn't get them with the launch of the game. But needless to say, this is a really cute droid. You get the stud from the very back and the anti-stud from the bottom so you can actually stand him down. And overall, a pretty nice mold. You get printing from both the side and also the front of the character. And so yeah, that's all that I have to say for our minifigure selection. In all its glory, here is the Mandalorian's N-1 Starfighter. Now, compared to many other Naboo Starfighters that I've built in my life, this one was pretty interesting. There are a lot of differences as opposed to similarities to some other models. So to start us off, I thought we'd take a look from the front and work our way to the back. Now, from the very front, we get a brand new recolor right off the bat, that being this front piece, which you'd typically see in LEGO City, I believe, but this is the first time that we're getting it in that light gray color. You have some pretend guns, I believe, from the very front, using some Technic connections. You get a little bit of tiling off in addition to some studded area. I really like getting these triangular plate pieces in this set. Those are pretty neat to get. As we move to the sides, you're going to see that we have the thrusters here, where we use yet another brand new recolored piece, being this dome piece, which was introduced in the Harry Potter Hogwarts Icons set, so that's pretty cool to get. Also, from the very front of that, you can see that we get this printed 2x2 tile with the fan from the very front. We get the hole in the center of that, just so then you can see the stud underneath. That'll be a pain in the butt to get out. But looking from the other side, you can see that we get quite a lot of greebling in here, using like the old style gun piece, these telescope pieces, a few of these studs, the decorated studs. We also get two of these pieces in the set, which are nice to get with the clip piece connection, so you can move those, though those are meant to be as decorations. You also get the ends of a paddle piece in light gray, which is really interesting. And as we move to the bottom, I did want to just say, I really like the building style for these. These were actually really fun to build. They are both different from each side, but again, we continue with some details from the bottom, and we also get one of these 2x6 tiled pieces in light gray, which is also really nice that it's from the bottom, so if you want to remove that and just add it to your own collection, you can do so. From the very back, you can see that we end with one of these spiky pieces that you typically see in the Hogwarts sets back in 2019. As you might have just heard, we have one of the downfalls to this set being this bottom fin area with another small engine, which tends to easily fall off of its connection down there, the building on the side, which It's really unfortunate. Definitely something that I think could have been strengthened if they added more of a Technic connection into the build. As we move back to the other side, again, this is slightly different compared to the one that we just looked at, where you can see we have this stickered 1x3 tile, which is one of 3 stickers, again, just within this set, which is kind of weird. You can see that we have these pieces in gunmetal gray, which are really interesting to get. And as we move to the back, sort of similar build up. It's really just that front part that's kind of a different build between both of these. Moving back up to the front area, you can see that we have another sticker on this 3x3 circular tile in light gray, which is another really interesting piece to get. We also get one of those binocular pieces, though the whole thing about this is when you press down, it shoots off one of our rapid fire shooters, which you actually happen to get 2 extras of, so if you lose this one, you can reload it nice and easily. You can see that that's hidden all the way at the bottom, which I like that that's so hidden. It makes me so happy. Though when I was first building this, I kept pressing down, and I didn't know that I was shooting it off, which is kind of silly until the end when I saw that it was advertised in there. Also, from the sides of the ship, you can see a lot of these different slope pieces. We have these longer ones, though we also get these smaller ones, which you can see back here. Those are really nice to get in this set. I'm pretty sure those are also a brand new recolor for this set. While we're up here, I might as well remove this front section of the ship to reveal that we have a small area to store some things. You can put Mando's jetpack, and you can also put his dark saber. You can separate that into 2 pieces, and then plop this right back on top. As some nice storage for his extra accessories when he's not using his jetpack or his dark saber. You can also see that we get our cockpit for our minifigure. So as you saw within the minifigure selection, I removed Mando's jetpack, and I'll remove his accessories so I can sit him down within the cockpit area. You can lie him down and make sure he's all nice and happy. Can see that we get a sticker on this 2x2 tile piece for the control panel. I'll just remove him so you can take a better look at that. And you also get that little separation for his legs to make it easier for him to sit down in the cockpit area, and you can bring that right down. With the clip piece connection, I also really like that they have that little headrest right there with that ingot piece in brown. And again, this piece just keeps falling off. I'm going to put it off to the side for the moment. We also get another small section that you can lift up. I also really like getting this piece in this set. Using the clip piece connection, you get that jumper plate where you can plop in Baby Yoda and put it right down. And there you go, you got both Mando and Grogu in the ship. Now, one other small thing that I do have to complain about when it comes to the design of the cockpit area is that, of course, we have this gap, which they couldn't do anything to fix that, but it is also slightly annoying that there is a point where the cockpit doesn't go down entirely. I don't know why there's that problem. I guess it's just a very tight fit, but you do have to press down a little extra if it is floating up above the studs. And finally, that brings us to the very back of the model, where you can see the back fin. We get this piece, which was introduced within the DeLorean direct-to-consumer, so that's pretty nice to get in here. You also get these stick pieces, which are also a brand new recolor, and also this back fin piece that you might remember from a Star Wars Battle Pack way back when, which is also another new recolor for this particular set. And I did also want to say that the back fin is a lot longer than a lot of other Naboo Starfighters that I've ever gotten, and that we also get a different design from this side of the ship compared to this side of the ship, where you can see we have this little bit of building on the side for some reason. I don't know why, but we have a different design. It's probably accurate to the source material, and you also get that little bit of yellow here, which is also really interesting to see within this model. Now, to wrap us up, I thought we'd take a look from the very bottom of the ship, just so then you can see the foundational lot of the upside down slope pieces down here, and a lot of the plate pieces used to just make the bottom of the ship. And as I said, we have this bottom engine piece, which just loves to fall off, and I really hate that it does that, but again, it is what it is when it comes to the design of this. I also think that this would have been nice to have seen a stand included with it, because I think it would have been really cool to see this displayed like at an angle, kind of like the Buzz Lightyear ship. I think that would have also made this set a lot better than it is. So overall, for $60, I think you get a lot of value out of this set. It definitely feels like a $60 set when you look at the build. The minifigures included are also really nice. You get Grogu, who you could get in other sets, but who doesn't like Baby Yoda? You also get the Mandalorian with, for the very first time, a facial expression. It is a little bit of a letdown that he doesn't include a hairpiece, but I mean, you could probably find one in your own collection, which I'm definitely gonna try. And you also get Pelimoto and the BD-1 droid for the very first time in LEGO form within this set, which I think are really nice minifigure inclusions in addition to Mando's Starfighter, which of course, for the first design, I think LEGO did a really nice job. It's very sleek, though at the end of the day, I think there could be a lot more silver on this set, especially considering source material images, because this set has a lot of light gray, dark gray, though there should be a lot more silver than there is those two colors. So yeah, that's pretty much all that I have to say for this video. Leave your thoughts down in the comment section below, what your thoughts are on this set. Also remember to like and subscribe and hit that bell icon so every time I upload a new video. So yeah, that's it for now, and I will see you next time. Bye!